Hello everyone, welcome to Crypto Slash, a YouTube channel that educates you in your crypto journey. Terra UST and Luna, two of the largest crypto tokens that were both in the top 15 crypto list just a month ago, have crashed to almost zero value in a span of few days. Today, we are going to discuss what's happening to the Terra ecosystem, why is the Luna and UST price crashing, and what are its implications to the broader crypto market. As we speak, the Terra UST price stands at 20 cents per coin and Luna stands at around 0.0001 USD per coin, a 100% drop from the 100 USD price levels seen in the past month. This has not been a standalone bloodbath, but the whole crypto market is seeing some of the lowest levels since the past year. Before we get into how this happened, we need to understand what stablecoins are and how the Terra ecosystem actually works. Let's jump straight into it. A stablecoin is an asset that is pegged to another asset such as the US dollar, with the main purpose of less volatility, which is a major issue when it comes to any crypto asset right now. There are four major types of stablecoins that are backed by commodities such as gold, that are backed by fiat currencies like US dollars, for example, Tether USD, that are backed by other crypto assets, for example, DAI, and finally, that are backed by seigniorage or algorithms, for example, Terra UST, that we will be talking about today. Now, let's have a look at how the Terra ecosystem actually works. Terra is a blockchain founded by Terraform Labs. There are two primary tokens within the ecosystem. A stablecoin called Terra UST that is pegged to $1 and a sister governance token called Luna. The main use cases of Terra UST are DeFi staking, which is primarily held on the Anchor protocol that provides a 20% fixed yield, followed by payments or value storage, which is the ultimate ambition for any stablecoin, and finally as a token for the Terra blockchain itself. While the main use cases of Luna token are governance for Terra ecosystem, stabilizer for Terra USD stablecoin, and finally staking mainly for the miners. The key question is, how does Terra USD maintain its peg of $1? The answer is through creating a market incentive for traders to mint or burn Terra UST tokens by exchanging it with Luna tokens depending on whether it's above or below its peg value. And in this case, at any time, one Tether USD can be exchanged with $1 worth of Luna tokens at any point in time. Let's look at an illustration to make it more clearer. Let's assume that the Terra UST price is at $0.98 with a 10 billion token supply and Luna at $50 price with a 400 million supply. Traders are now incentivized to purchase one Terra USD for 98 cents in the market and burn the Terra USD tokens to mint Luna token worth $1 and instantly make a 2-cent profit upon $1. When this happens at large scale, suddenly the token supply of Terra USD keeps decreasing, increasing the price of Terra USD token, which brings it back to the $1 target. While the supply of Luna tokens increases, putting a downward pressure in Luna price. Similarly, when Terra USD's price increases above its peg, traders are incentivized to mint more Terra USD by burning Luna tokens, hence putting an upward pressure in Luna's price. In summary, Luna is used as an incentivizing tool or token to ensure Terra USD maintains its peg value. As an ecosystem, as more people start using Terra USD, the more is minted, which means Luna's supply keeps reducing, resulting in an increase in its price. At a surface level, this all sounds just perfect. But the problem is this only works well in steady state and especially during a bull run. When there is panic in the market, both tokens start collapsing together. For this same reason, Experts have always been critical of algorithmic stablecoins. Let's look at what happens when there is panic sell in both of these coins. When a panic sell happens during extreme bear pressure, the sell-off of both Terra UST and Luna overshadows the peg adjustment mechanism, which results in both Terra UST and Luna's price to reduce simultaneously. As Luna's price crashes, the traders become pessimistic on the whole ecosystem, resulting in even less incentive to burn Terra UST. This phenomenon is popularly called as death spiral, and this is exactly what happened to Luna and Terra UST over the past week. In fact, a very similar event took place in mid-2021, where Titan and Iron tokens similar to UST and Luna dropped to zero and was essentially stopped, resulting in a $2 billion market sweep. You may ask, then why did Terraform set up a similar mechanism in place? The answer is they didn't. While the Titan Iron pair was simply a stablecoin mechanism, the UST Luna pair was part of a much larger ecosystem that Terra built, such as a blockchain, staking, dApps, smart contract, etc., providing more use cases for the tokens. In fact, to solve the pessimism around the sustainability of Terra UST stablecoin, the Luna Foundation started accumulating other assets, mainly Bitcoin. As of end April, the amount of reserves stood at around $3.5 billion, which still fell very short of the $18 billion market value of Terra UST, and with the Bitcoin price also plummeting, it just wasn't enough to prevent the crash. So what triggered the panic sell-off? There are many theories on what exactly started this, but my hypothesis is due to the recent changes in Anchor protocol yield rates. We did see that one of the main use cases of Terra UST is the DeFi staking in Anchor protocol that promised a 20% fixed yield to stakers. This became so popular that at some point the total value locked of Terra UST in the protocol reached up to 16 billion Terra UST, which was around 75% of the overall Terra UST supply in circulation. This has been considered as a Ponzi scheme by some experts, mainly because of its unsustainable yield rate. Where does this 20% yield come from? It comes from the Anchor reserve funds, that is either externally funded or from the revenue made by lending the staked amount, which is basically how banks make money, right? In Anchor's case, the lending rate was much lower than the 20% yield which was promised for staking, which resulted in its reserves steadily dropping over time. So a few weeks ago, the Anchor protocol decided to make the yield rate floating, which meant lower yield up to 1.5% per cycle. There was heavy criticism around this simply because the main proposition for Anchor protocol was the fixed high yield, without which it would not be any different from any other DeFi staking protocols. Due to the yield change and the bear run of the overall crypto markets over the past 10 days, there was massive unstaking of Terra UST from the Anchor protocol, resulting in almost an 80% drop in the total value locked within Anchor in a matter of days. The unstaked Terra UST was then dumped into the market by investors, leading to a panic sell-off. This is probably what triggered the panic sell-off in the market. The Terra Foundation tried to solve the problem by additional external funding, making changes to the algorithm fundamentals, and also through lending the asset reserves to generate more liquidity in the markets. Or at least that's what the team claims. But unfortunately, none of the above worked. And exactly a few hours ago, Luna dropped to 1/100th of a cent and eventually delisted from some of the exchanges like Binance. Just a few hours ago, Dokon, the founder of Terraform Labs, tweeted saying he agrees that it is quite difficult for Terra UST to get back on track. And right now the team is discussing the best way to at least preserve the Terra ecosystem, that is its blockchain, its community, and its developers. Now, there is no way the tokens are going to recover anytime, considering that Luna token supply increased to almost 6.5 trillion from around 350 million just a few days ago. This is probably one of the worst crashes ever within the crypto's history, wiping over 40 to 50 billion USD in value just in a matter of days. Why is this happening so suddenly? Did anyone predict this? The answer is yes. A lot of experts commented on how unsustainable the mechanism was, and as a result, the ecosystem was doomed. But Do Kwon, the founder of Terra, was only very defensive, arrogant, and overconfident in his reactions. He blindly defended his innovation and in some cases even was betting against a drop in the token value. So what happens next? This event is definitely going to lead to lack of trust within the crypto markets, or that's at least the fear highlighted by the experts. There is sustaining fear that this might be a Lehman Brothers equivalent fall in crypto that might trigger a market-wide crash much bigger than the 2008 financial crisis. But looking at how other leading tokens have responded, it appears that there was a momentary plummet of prices, but then the market has started to recover. So we need to track how the market responds to this over the next few days. But one thing is for sure, there will definitely be an increased regulatory scrutiny, especially on stablecoins, because this is exactly how financial assets get regulated. That's it for today, guys. Hope this was helpful. If yes, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and leave your comments below. Thank you. Goodbye.